everyone's got that overprotective uncle, right? I've got a lot of uncles, and this uncle's really overprotective about me and really, like, only me. He's protective over my sister and my cousin, but especially me. So I text him, telling him that I had a boyfriend. 5 minutes later, after you book a plane ticket to come down and kill my boyfriend, I got a call from him. He picked up the phone. He's like, hello? I was like, hello. He's like, who is this? I'm like, it's me, Alice. He's like, okay. Did you spell it wrong? I'm like, no. Did you did you mean to send that to someone else? I'm like, no. He's like, okay. Does your mom know about this? I'm like, yeah. And keep in mind, this is a whole prank, and he's really overprotective, so this is gonna end kind of bad. And so, we talked. He's like, what's his name? I was like, his name is Jack. He's like, okay, that's a cool name. I'm like, yeah, what color is his hair? I'm like, it's brown. Have you touched him? I'm like, I've touched his hair. He's like, you've touched his hair? I'm like, yeah, I touched the top, like, where? I'm like, the top of his hair. He's like, okay, keep it that way. I'm like, okay. And so we had a whole conversation. It's like, I'm not gonna kill him, but I might if he hurts you. I'm like, he's not gonna hurt me. He's a really, like, really calm, gentle guy, and, like, he's really fun. He hasn't done anything. He's like, what are you doing right now? I'm just like, I'm just chilling in the car. He's like, okay. And when he said okay for that, I'm like, oh, he probably thinks I'm with my boyfriend. It's like, okay. And we had a whole conversation. He's like, your mom know about this? I'm like, yeah, mom knows. He's like, okay. And he's like, what's his last name, Alice? I was like, Uncle Wyatt. What's his last name, Alice? I'm like, Uncle Wyatt. He's like, what? It's a prank. And so he ended up, he's like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, it's a prank. He's like, I just got tickets, unrefundable tickets to come down and see you, and I can't even come down right now. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me right now. And he's like, no, it's called a prank. I'm like, dude, it's not funny. You know how much I care about you and Ashley and your child. No, he's not married. Long story short, they both got drunk at my other uncle's wedding. And then, it happened. So, yeah, they have a child. His name is Fraser. He's adorable. And the prank ended up with me telling my mom and sister that he loved them. I'm sorry, this is really funny for me because he's really overprotective, and, like, all my uncles are really overprotective about me. Like, my sister and my cousins are like, oh, they can handle their own choices, but they're really overprotective about me because I'm the middle, which means I'm gonna have the first boyfriend, I'm gonna have the first heartbreak, I'm gonna have the first drink, I'm gonna have the first time being arrested, like, I'm gonna be the first one getting pulled over, all of that stuff. So they're all really overprotective about me, but he goes beyond the lines. He said, I'm not gonna kill him, but I might if he hurts you. I'm like, he's not gonna hurt me. He's really gentle. It's like, what's his last name at the end of the conversation? What's his last name, Alice? I'm like, dude, it's a prank. And I could barely keep it together because the whole time I was laughing. Because it's really funny for me to think about this stuff because they're all really overprotective, especially for me, because I'm the middle cousin. So I was the middle cousin born. Me and my sister are Gen Z, which means we're really bold and really stupid. So now I'm gonna do this to my other uncle and see how he reacts, and I'll let you all know how that goes. This one I'm probably gonna get all of my uncles in one room. Let's see how this goes.